The way you speak to yourself matters. That's going to be the quote and the topic for today's video. Because we really don't put any thought in the way we talk to ourselves. But the thing is, that's one of the most important things that shapes the way we think, the way we perceive things. And it's crazy that we don't really put so much thought into it. And that should not be like that. So, without further talking, let's hop into the topic. So, we spend our whole life living inside our head. Everything that happens to us goes through our head. And depending on the situation, when we go through something bad, like maybe something that we did that was wrong, we talk to ourselves and probably talk very badly. Like we start to blame ourselves and think, I'm so stupid, I'm not worthy, I'm this, I'm that. And we talk down to ourselves in such a way that instead of lifting ourselves, we basically bury ourselves and we're our worst enemy. And that's not possible. That's not how we should be with ourselves. Just like we have so much grace with other people, and whenever someone makes a mistake, we're very easy sometimes to forgive them, and we try to understand them and try to put ourselves on their skin and think, well, yeah, but you didn't know that you shouldn't do this, or there was no way for you to know that the outcome would be this. And we put so many excuses and justify when other people make mistakes because we're easy on them. But then when it's about us, we're so harsh and so bad with ourselves that instead of helping ourselves, we basically make it worse. We are our worst enemy for some reason. And that cannot be like that. It's very important to talk to ourselves in the best way possible, even in the most irrelevant situations where you think, well, this doesn't matter. We so many times, oh, I'm so stupid, I forgot this. Oh, in such casual ways we insult ourselves and we don't really put any thought into it. We think, well, it's just, I was just saying it, but it doesn't mean that it really is like that, or that I really mean it. We tend to justify it like that. But if you keep describing yourself with those words, at some point your brain will really believe it. You just have to understand that your mind believes anything that you tell her. When you tell yourself that I'm stupid, so maybe because you've said so many times that you're stupid, when life puts you in certain situations where you have to go through a challenge or something, your brain automatically thinks, I'm not capable of this. I'm very like, I'm stupid. I can't do this. I can't face this. I can't do this. When in reality you can, but you made yourself believe that you are so stupid that you can't face these things. Or for example, when you say, I'm going to fail this exam, I'm going to fail, I'm not really so smart, I can't do this, you keep repeating those words once and twice and thrice and all the time. And then the day of the exam comes, and even though maybe you even know the whole topic and you can do the exam flawlessly, but you start reading the questions and your brain is not focusing because you already told yourself that you're not able to do this exam and that you're going to fail it. So your brain is not really focused on, let's read the questions and try to answer them and try to think of the answers. No, your brain is already on vacation because, hey, I'm going to fail. Like, we've been telling ourselves for the past 3 days that we're going to fail this exam. So, what's the point of reading these questions and actually trying to answer them? And that's how you actually turn your words into a reality. Just like that. Your words are so powerful. Your words can really change the way your life happens. The way you perceive things is key. And you don't really want a miserable life for yourself, right? You don't really want to manifest all the words that you keep telling yourself. At least I don't think so. So be very mindful of the way you talk to yourself. Even it might be stupid, and until you get used to the new habit of talking with nice words to yourself and trying to manifest everything, it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna be something that you have to be constantly making the mental effort to change those thoughts. and that way of talking to yourself. But when you get the hang of it, at some point it's just going to come flawlessly and naturally. Any successful person that you meet will never be talking badly about themselves. Never. Try to listen to them talking. They will never tell you, "Yeah, but I'm so stupid," or "I'm so dumb. I would never have been able to do this," or whatever. No, they always think so nicely and so highly of themselves that in their head they're already there, because every dream starts in our head first and then it gets to the reality. But first of all, you need to really believe in it in your head, to really believe that you can achieve that. If you don't actually believe it, it's very hard for the reality to catch up. So start by fake it till you make it, and then you will actually make it. Start fakely, if that's even a word, to believe in yourself, to talk nicely to yourself. At the beginning, it might seem very fake, very unreal, but eventually it will become your reality. Eventually, you will actually think all those nicely things about yourself, and you will see how reality will change for you. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I got to make you reflect a little bit about the way you talk to yourself. And hopefully, in the future, in this 2026, you get to start planning and dreaming in your head and then actually seeing it come to reality. Take care of yourself because you are the most valuable thing that you will ever have. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.